Well, unfortunately, I don't agree with her. These were loans that were made. We made an agreement that he would repay the loans over time.
These were never believed to be loans.
I was the one that he always called when he wanted help.
They were just kind of...
And I was always there with him, and I would always listen to his issues when he had a problem.
He was more of like a father figure situation, and it just kind of turned in really bad.
You sort of crossed the line this time. I think he's a very financially irresponsible person, and it's best that I not hang around with him anymore.
It's time to move on.
Watching the South Texas News Leader. This is 3 News at 5.
2 men are dead after an overnight crash just outside of Calallen. A third man remains in the hospital. We'll tell you what state troopers have to say about how the deadly collision happened. And we'll also take you to the 109th annual Thanksgiving Day picnic down in Bottman. Thousands of people took part in that huge event. Also, what to do with all those leftovers. Can you save them? And when do you need to get them into the fridge? The answers are verified tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Gibson. Thanks for joining us on this Thanksgiving evening. Now that Turkey Day is winding down, many are getting ready to shop for those big Black Friday deals. Some bargains can be found online, but a lot of the marked down items will have to be bought in person. That means thousands of shoppers are going to be heading to our stores early tomorrow morning, and Kristen Wall is here with a Black Friday forecast for those who are going to be heading out to shop.
Hey there, Michael, and good Thanksgiving to everyone. You can see the mall parking lot very empty right now. That is definitely going to change as we head into tomorrow with all those Black Friday sales going on. Mostly cloudy and 57 degrees right now. It's feeling quite chilly outside. We had lots of clouds and some rain earlier this morning. 57 here in Corpus Christi right now, though cooler up towards Rockport, Refugio, even down in the lower 50s at this time. We do have a northeasterly wind bringing in cooler temperatures. That's going to continue as we head into overnight. Temperatures dropping to about 50 degrees by 8 or 9 o'clock and into the upper 40s heading into our Black Friday morning. So here's a look at that Black Friday forecast if you do have plans to head out and take advantage of those deals, or if you just want to get outside and enjoy the nicer weather. Chilly to start, but partly cloudy as we head further into the morning. We are going to see mild temperatures though, with more sunshine than we did have today. That means temperatures are going to be able to get a little bit closer into the 70s as opposed to the 60s and 50s that we've been seeing today. Coming up, we'll talk about your complete weekend forecast, which is going to include some more rain chances as well as our next cold front. All that coming up in just a bit. Michael.
Tonight, we've learned that 2 men were killed and 1 remains in critical condition after a crash near Calallen last night. DPS Sergeant Rob Mallory tells us the driver of the SUV failed to stop at a stop sign at FM 624 and FM 770, and then he hit a crane truck on the driver's side. That's when the SUV went up in flames. The 19-year-old driver died on the scene, as well as a 48-year-old man who was in the crane truck. Their identities have not yet been released. An 18-year-old passenger was taken to Christus Spohn Hospital, where he remains in critical condition. Now turning to that deadly crash at the U.S. border with Canada, a search for answers underway after 2 people were killed when the speeding car they were in crashed into a security checkpoint. Authorities say the incident does not appear to be terrorist related. ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington with what we're learning about the people in that vehicle.
Surveillance video capturing images of an horrific crash at the Rainbow Bridge. The footage circulating online showing what's reportedly a $300,000 Bentley driving up to 100 miles per hour, launching into the air at a high rate of speed at the U.S.-Canada crossing.
I've never seen anything like this. The car just exploded.
Authorities say the car went speeding through a border checkpoint at the Niagara Falls, New York side of the Rainbow Bridge, struck a booth, went airborne, and exploded.
Yo, oh my God, are they all right?
Law enforcement identifying the driver as a Western New York man whom they say had just left the area of a nearby casino with his wife in the passenger seat, both killed in the wreck. Tourists in the footprint of that crash running for cover.
When I saw how the employees at the gift shop reacted, I told my wife, Shayna, we need to go. We need to head back.
The incident, happening on one of the busiest travel days of the year before Thanksgiving, raised concerns about terrorism. Authorities racing to the scene.
I'm going to send you over to the Custom Bridge for a fire that's happening. Fires are already there. You're going there to block off road.
All 4 international border crossings between Western New York and Canada closed in response. International flights at the nearby Buffalo Airport temporarily suspended.
We are taking this extraordinarily seriously.
Hours later, New York's governor saying the investigation continues, but no signs of explosives were found at the scene.
I want to be very, very clear to Americans and New Yorkers. At this time, there is no indication of a terrorist attack.
The Rainbow Bridge remained closed overnight. All other U.S.-Canada bridges reopened, and international flights at the Buffalo Airport have resumed. Authorities say a Border Patrol officer working in the booth when that crash happened suffered minor injuries. The Niagara Falls Police is continuing its investigation. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
The 97th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade kicked off in New York City this morning with 18 performers, 29 clown crews, and 11 marching bands took part, including the Texas Tech Goin' Band. 7 new character balloons took flight this year, along with 18 others that have flown through the streets of Manhattan several times before. Now, the New York Police Department added extra patrols along the parade route this year due to increased concerns over the Israeli-Hamas war. And matter of fact, on the war front, a temporary pause in Israel's war against Hamas and the first release of hostages is now set to happen tomorrow. Now, there had been hopes that the ceasefire would begin today, but yesterday Israel made clear that wouldn't happen yet as negotiations continued. Today, Qatar, which has been mediating, said the 4-day ceasefire will begin Friday morning and the first hostages handed over a few hours later.
We really eat one meal every single day because the source of food really very expensive right now, and it is not everywhere. I mean, the food.
The first 13 hostages are to be handed over tomorrow and at least 10 more each day until the 4-day temporary pause in the war expires. Israel's government says it's received an initial list of names to be released, including 3 Americans reportedly on that list. Next week, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will be among those people who will travel to Atlanta for a tribute service for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. They're going to be there on Tuesday as part of the 3-day celebration of the life of the late First Lady. The tribute service on Tuesday will be held at Emory University for invited guests. And then Carter's funeral service will be held in the town of Plains coming up on Wednesday. Back here in town, there were a bunch of folks who got up early this morning to pound the pavement as part of a turkey run before the turkey got gobbled up. The Corpus Christi Roadrunner Club held their annual turkey-themed race this morning. The event has been happening for 42 years, and President Doug McBee says it's one of their largest races with over 600 people taking part.
It's always been about having a good run and getting some exercise in before you go have your turkey this afternoon.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The Turkey Chase 4-mile run kicked off over at Heritage Park, and after running that race, we're sure those runners definitely shouldn't have to worry about getting that second slice of pie. Kristen Walla is standing by right now with more on our weather. But Kristen, I have to ask, how many slices of pie have you had already today?
I have had 0, unfortunately, Michael, but I do have some apple cobbler waiting at home for me. 57 right now. Definitely going to take that cobbler warm because it is chilly outside. 52 up in Refugio, so you can see it's cooler underneath where all that cloud cover is, but out towards our southwest and over in the brush country, sunshine and 60s is the name of the game. But that's also where we've seen our heaviest rainfall totals. And when I say heaviest, I mean radar estimates of a couple hundredths of an inch to a few tenths of an inch. Not very much in terms of rainfall today, but we did see those rain showers passing through here this morning. If you have any plans this evening, or maybe you're heading home, temperatures staying in the 50s, low 50s by 8, 9, 10 o'clock this evening, and we are going to see our skies slowly clearing out into tomorrow morning, but we will have an upper level layer of clouds hanging around, and that's going to keep our temperatures from really plummeting here in Corpus Christi. But I am still expecting widespread upper to middle 40s around the coastal bend as we head into tonight. For Black Friday, more sunshine than we had today, so that means our temperatures are able to warm up just a little bit more, getting into the lower 70s. I've got us sitting at 71 here in Corpus Christi, and again, this area off to our northeast looking to be just a little bit cooler than the brush country as we head into tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday, still a very similar forecast, a little bit drier tomorrow, but as we head into the weekend, we get those widely scattered shower chances back, but we are going to keep temperatures in the 60s in the morning, as well as afternoon temperatures in the 70s. But you'll notice we do have another cold front in our forecast. We'll break down that one for you here in just a bit. Michael.
Thanks, Kristen. Still to come on 3 News at 5 is the continuing story of the biggest Thanksgiving celebration in our entire area. We're of course talking about the annual picnic down in Votman. This year, another huge crowd, and we'll take you to that event when 3 News returns.
See something you gotta share? Connect with us and tell 3.
Results that speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
The Port of Corpus Christi is steering our community toward a brighter horizon, charting pathways to success for students and young professionals. Our portable learning lab brings STEM discovery straight to schools. The Adopt a School program speeds learning resources to the kids who need it most. And our Navigate internship program builds real-world skills and a bridge to becoming part of our team. We're building a stronger tomorrow by powering knowledge today.
Did you know last year tourism in Corpus Christi generated over $1.4 billion in spending? It funds 8% of the city's expenses.
It covers 73% of the expenses required to maintain our roads.
That's enough to fund 32% of expenses for the fire department, police department combined. Let's go, rookie.
In fact, without tourism, each household would need to spend an extra $12,288 annually. To learn how tourism is affecting our community, go to visitcorpuschristi.com.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. One call solves all. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you are in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. Want more? Call the Fours.
Hey y'all, it's Nina with Corpus Christi Mitsubishi, home of the Warranty Forever, where we have huge inventory, low monthly investments for you, and great ways for you to save.
Right now, get 0% APR on a new 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Or a new 2023 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, 2.99% APR for 36 months.
Come see me today or start shopping at CorpusChristiMitsubishi.com. We are Corpus Christi Mitsubishi.
Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Wake up with 3 News First Edition and
Good Morning America.
The 7-day weather forecast is sponsored by NEC Co-op Energy.
And welcome back, everyone. You know, the biggest Thanksgiving celebration in the Coastal Bend can be found in the small ranching and farming community of Votman, just southeast of Kingsville. The event has been taking place since 1913, with the exception of 1943. The Thanksgiving picnic there attracts thousands of folks each year.
Obviously goes back for years and years ago. My grandparents and everybody else's grandparents out back here started it, and it's just a parish reunion, a community reunion, and a family reunion, and everybody comes back to help, and it's just and you get a good, really, really good meal.
I've been here over 20 times
to celebrate with the people of this community. And it is a great community because their ancestors founded this place 109 years ago, and now their descendants, their great-grandchildren, they all come back to celebrate together and to get to know each other and support each other.
It really makes us feel good, makes me feel good that we can do it. We get all our friends together and all the community together. You see people here you haven't seen since last year, and it's a good reunion for everybody. We couldn't do this without our families coming back. We're a small parish, and we really couldn't do it unless we had our family and friends come back and help us.
That's a great event it is. Thanksgiving is now almost over, and now comes those leftovers. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team looks into whether or not those leftovers could make you sick.
Thanksgiving was a time to come together, give thanks, and eat way too much turkey. In fact, most people don't eat everything on the dinner table, with the National Resources Defense Council estimating 200 million pounds of turkey will end up in the trash. So it's no surprise a top trending question on Google is about leftovers. But let's verify. Are leftovers safe to eat all weekend? Our sources are the USDA, the Mayo Clinic, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and a postdoctoral associate of food safety at Virginia Tech, who explains the time to think about storing leftovers starts almost immediately after Thanksgiving dinner is served.
Right away would be ideal, but if possible within 2 hours, you want to refrigerate those leftovers, especially making sure to break down any larger pieces of meat.
Duong says it's okay to put food that's still hot in the refrigerator. If properly stored, the Mayo Clinic says leftovers will hold for 3 to 4 days. So it's true, leftovers are safe to eat all weekend if properly stored. Anything longer, and the USDA warns dangerous levels of bacteria start to grow. The CDC says cases of food poisoning caused by Clostridium, which grows in cooked foods, peak around the holidays. Many outbreaks are tied back to turkey, roast beef, and other leftovers. So if you don't think you can eat the leftovers by Monday, consider portioning it out and freezing some right away.
A freezer is sort of like a win-win situation where you sort of are able to keep food at that peak freshness for a lot longer compared to a refrigerator.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Now, KIII's 36th annual Share Your Christmas Food Drive is coming up soon. The event benefits the Coastal Bend Food Bank and is set for December the 15th. Right now, though, you can help make it another huge success by donating to area schools. All Coastal Bend campuses are being asked to participate by collecting either canned food or good old U.S. American currency. Any school interested is asked to submit a completed form sent from the food bank. The school with the most donations will be announced December 15th during 3 News at 6. Now get ready for some more holiday fun. The USS Lexington will transform into the Polar Express as the World War II aircraft carrier will screen the iconic holiday film, The Polar Express. Next Friday is actually December the 1st, and that's when the doors will open to the Christmas magic at 7 p.m. in the Joe Jessel Mega Theater. There's also going to be plenty of hot chocolate and other holiday treats. Passengers are encouraged to wear their coziest pajamas. Tickets are $20 for museum members and the military. It's $30 for non-members. Tickets are only available online until November the 30th, so act now to make sure that you'll be on that Polar Express. And I sure hope it's good and cold for those folks aboard the Lexington for that Polar Express event. Kristen, is our weather finally going to stay cold?
I hope so. It looks like it. In the long term, we get another cold front. We do warm up a little bit this weekend, but that cold front is going to knock us to right where we are right now. So for at least the next week, to answer your question, yes, we will be staying on the cooler side. Here's a look at temperatures right now across the coastal bend. You can see, or actually our almanac, I'll get to those temperatures here in just a second. 61 is where we got to this afternoon, and we only bottomed out in the lower 50s this morning. So our low temperature was right on average just about, but that high temperature definitely below normal. Here's a look now at those satellite radar and temperatures. You can see again, we've got those cooler temperatures up to our northeast and the warmer temperatures temperatures out towards the brush country where there is more sunshine at this time. Blowing it out to the state of Texas, you can see this big low pressure system that swirling away in the upper atmosphere is what brought us our rain chances here in the coastal bend this morning. You can see some places around the state, a lot of places in the 60s where they have a lot of sunshine, but where they're just finally starting to clear out, we are all in the middle 50s underneath a little bit of that last cloud cover. So you can see up towards Dallas, Houston, everywhere tomorrow looking a little bit warmer, but we're starting to get more cloud cover and even rain chances heading into our forecast. If you are heading around the state this weekend, maybe bringing it back here home to the coastal bend. Drive safe. Temperatures essentially staying in the 60s, but a little cooler in Dallas, and that is the cold front that's eventually going to make it down to us here in the coastal bend. For now, though, here's a look at futurecast through this evening and into tomorrow morning, starting in the middle 50s, ending up in the upper 40s heading into tomorrow morning, thanks to the clearing skies. That'll really help temperatures drop into those 40s tomorrow morning for your Black Friday. Definitely wanting a jacket on your way out the door, but if you're walking around a lot to all those stores, you may want to be taking it off, as we are going to warm up heading into tomorrow afternoon. 71 for our high here in Corpus Christi, and then we do see cloud cover as well as some rain chances coming back into our forecast by Saturday morning and even into Saturday afternoon. We're going to keep that widely scattered shower chance here in the coastal bend. Easterly winds bringing in slightly warmer air, so even though we do have more cloud cover, I do think we'll be a degree or so warmer as we head into our Saturday. So here's a look at that cold front. That's why it's going to be much cooler up in Dallas. You saw in that travel cast as we head into later this weekend. Expecting that front to come down into the coastal bend as early as Sunday evening. So that is going to bring, like I said, those temperatures right back to where we were, 40s and 50s in the morning and afternoon respectively. So here's kind of a recap on all of that. Timing on Sunday, widely scattered showers with the temperature dropping from the 70s back into the upper 50s. So here's a look at forecast temperatures a little longer term. The next couple of days, very, very similar as we head into the end of the weekend. Tonight, upper level clouds keeping us a little chilly, still 49 heading into tomorrow, 71 for our high temperature. A beautiful day over the next several days. Marine forecast, not bad out on the water with some slight chop. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. The next couple days, very, very similar. We bring back the clouds and rain, and that cold front, like I said, it just drops us right back to where we are right now.
Well, I happened to look over where you're doing the weathercast, and I noticed in our newsroom the sun is shining on our newsroom.
It is.
Oh, wow, it's golden.
Yes.
So, but I'm good with those 60s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thanks, Kristen. Well, still to come on 3 News at 5. How much are you going to spend over the Christmas shopping season? One study says people are planning on opening up their piggy banks. Details straight ahead on your news leader.
If you've been hit by a car or truck, it's important that you call an attorney right away. The passage of time is not your friend. Evidence disappears, witnesses' memories fade, things change. For example, what color's my suit and tie? What color's my pocket square? How about my shirt? Don't wait. Call Herman & Herman Injury Attorneys. We always put you first.
I enlisted in '85. One of the things I cherish about the military is that it throws you in a for-real melting pot. I have a lot of family members who've been in the service, so I started pulling pictures, which has been really interesting to walk down that path. I think a creative process in any form, it doesn't matter if it's basket weaving, painting, drawing, I think the world needs it. I can't not do it. It keeps me balanced. My name is Cody Vance, and this is my community canvas for Veterans Day.
Whether you're a rapper or a wrap-it-upper, AutoNation knows there's nothing better than ending the year with a great car. So celebrate the holidays by wrapping up a new AutoNation Toyota. Lease a new Tundra for $398 a month, or new Camry for only $349 a month. Now that's a wrap. Go to AutoNation Toyota or AutoNation.com now. What drives you drives us. AutoNation Toyota.
There are plenty of choices to make in your academic journey. Coastal Bend College offers a wide range of programs to help you find the path that's right for you. It's your future, so choose your adventure. With so many opportunities available at Coastal Bend College, choosing the right college has never been easier. Coastal Bend College. Success happens here.
This is another hurricane preparedness reminder, sponsored by Evans Glass Service.
When a hurricane reaches Category 3 status with winds 111 miles per hour or greater, it is a major hurricane. These are the most deadly and violent storms.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 most watched newscast across all of television.
And welcome back once again. If you don't know the number, hang up. The Nueces County Sheriff's Office has been made aware of yet another phone scam making the rounds in our area. The caller is claiming to be Chief Deputy David Cook, but please be advised that Chief Cook is not the man behind the scam. As always, be cautious when taking calls from unknown numbers and never give out personal information to strangers over the phone. Now, with the traditional start of the holiday shopping season now here, there are still lots of questions around just how much we may be willing to shell out this year. Well, a recent survey from Deloitte suggests spending will be up this year. Shoppers on average saying they're ready to spend over $1,600. Last year, it was less than $1,500. And even with the holiday shopping here, recent retail sales numbers are still down a bit. Inflation, though, slowing, is boosting bills for necessities like food, likely leaving less for presents or holiday events. And a lot of us are already struggling under heavy credit card debt, which shot up by $154 billion over the latest quarter. And out of the job market, it's still going strong. The number of Americans filing first-time unemployment claims last week dropping by 24,000 people. The Labor Department numbers also showing that unemployment rolls dropped for the first time since September. Now we're going to take another quick break right now, but when we return, we'll look at what stories we're working on for 6 o'clock.
Company cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and fleet vehicles are involved in thousands of accidents every year. If you were hurt in a company vehicle accident, we make it as simple as 1, 2, 3. 1, contact Thomas J. Henry. 2, our attorneys will come to you day or night. 3, we will handle everything while you focus on healing. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Black Friday, the ultimate day to shop. There's Black Friday, and then there's Rooms to Go Black Friday, saving you on beautiful furniture, living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and so much more. Get ready for the power, the value, the excitement, starting at 9 a.m. Friday. Black Friday at Rooms to Go.
Whether you're a rapper or a wrap-it-upper, AutoNation knows there's nothing better than ending the year with a great car. So celebrate the holidays by wrapping up a new AutoNation Chevrolet. Drive new Silverados, $7,000 off. Or new Equinox, $5,000 off. Now that's a wrap. Go to AutoNation Chevrolet or AutoNation.com now. What drives you drives us. AutoNation Chevrolet.
Don't miss out. Scan the square. It's all right there. Scan our QR code and download the 3 News app today. Double the drama, double the excuses.
I don't believe it.
Double the judgments.
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me, right?
Judge Judy, now double the drama at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. One call solves all. We recently settled a wrongful death case in a commercial vehicle accident for $5 million. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the force right now. Call me at 444-4444. Or call the force.
Closed captioning of 3 News is brought to you by KIII TV and sponsored by Herman & Herman, always putting you first.
Well, coming up on 3 News at 6 o'clock, home-cooked meals for those who need it were always ready for the last 80 years of the Joe Salem Thanksgiving dinner. Find out the history behind that special dinner and much more. Also, a popular Christmas tree stand opens up just in time for the end of Thanksgiving. We'll show you what trees are on the menu for you this year. And you may be familiar with this next story. This Thanksgiving marks year 8 of this Turkey Day tradition that all began with a mistaken text. Arizona native Wanda Dench and Jamal Hinton are still spending the holiday together. Last night, Jamal took to Instagram to post this holiday selfie. The pair recently became Airbnb hosts to celebrate their long-lasting friendship. This year, one lucky guest was able to book a stay in one of Wanda's rooms in Prescott Valley to enjoy the holiday with the duo. That's always a great story. Now, tomorrow, college football on ABC will preempt the evening news. However, we will air a special 15-minute newscast on our streaming app 3 News Plus and on the web at KIITV.com. That's tomorrow live at 5 o'clock. But before we go, let's get one last check of our weather here. Kristen, I want to hear lots of cold weather.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be chilly tomorrow. I know there's a handful of hunters who they're going to let their wives go shopping tomorrow morning, and they're going to go head out to the blind or the stand. So here's a look at that hunting forecast, whether you're hunting turkey, deer, whatever. We are heading into a full moon, so keep that in mind. Temperatures in the 40s to start our morning, and then like Michael said, there's the sun. It's finally coming back out, looking over the Texas State Aquarium here. Heading into 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, 50 degrees for our temperature. Then by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see a little bit more sunshine than we did today. It's going to look more like this right behind the forecast there. Temperatures getting to the 70s here over the next 3 days. So that's going to be a welcome change for those of y'all who aren't really a fan of the kind of gloomy and cool weather today. Our morning temperatures are going to jump up to about 60 on Saturday and Sunday. That's thanks to a little bump in humidity. That humidity also in turn going to help us with some rain chances and cloud cover. That all comes back over the weekend, but thankfully it shouldn't really be a washout, just some scattered rain chances here and there on Saturday and Sunday, and then that cold front drops our temperatures back into the 50s for Monday afternoon. So enjoy the 70s the next couple of days, because we're eventually just going to go right back to where we are right now as we head into the new week on Monday and Tuesday.
All right. And I told somebody that I would say hi to them on this Thanksgiving, a longtime viewer, Michael Staff. Say hi to Mr. Staff and the family. We appreciate all of our loyal viewers, and without them, this means nothing.
Definitely.
So,
we're very thankful for all of y'all watching here and spending your Thanksgiving with us.
Exactly. That's going to wrap up this edition of 3 News. For Kristen Walla and everyone else here at 3 News, I'm Michael Gibson. We'll see you back here in about 30 minutes for 3 News at 6.